Some medicine, my lord? I have salves, potions, anything you need.
Stop bothering me, urchin, or you'll feel the back of my hand.
You must consider your health, my prince. If a show of force is needed to keep the Dalmex at bay, you may trust in your dragoons. I beg you to call on Bahamut only as a last resort. His strength comes at too great a cost.
The Empire agreed to an armistice with the Republic, and yet the Emperor still plots its ruin. For now, the Dalmex suspect nothing, and as long as I can hold their gaze, war need not be inevitable. But more than that, Bahamut is the champion of the Empire. When our people look to the heavens, the sight of him gives them hope. Forgive me, Terence. Would that you were my master. But alas.
I will always be your loyal servant.
Should the Council's brazen maneuvering prompt the Republic to tear up their own treaty and launch a new assault, our soldiers would advance to meet them, cutting across the Central Isles, but not in time to prevent their forces from breaching the southern defenses and storming Twinside. And so the capital would become a battlefield. Thousands of innocents would die. I cannot allow that to happen.
There is one small mercy, at least. You will not be forced to do battle with Titan.
Would that I could avoid doing battle at all.
1,000 pardons, Your Highness.
What is it?
Olivier has been made Emperor. What is the meaning of this? My father's orders. What were they? Quickly!
Yes, Your Highness. His Radiance requests that Your Highness maintain position here and...
Ah! Terence.
Yes, my prince.
I must go to the palace.
I'll ready your steed.
What is it now?
Forgive the intrusion, Your Highness.
I know you.
At ease.
We stand in the presence of the Phoenix. You wouldn't want to get your fingers burned.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. Though I admit, I did not expect such a distinguished guest.
How many years has it been since the Remembrance Ceremony? 20?
I thought you long dead. Do I address a ghost?
Many have told me that I look like one. But no. I'm alive. Just. Prince Dion of the House Lesage, I have a tale to tell you.
Out of the shadow.
I'd better give Otto the good news.
Yep, another crystal down and another dominant not to have to worry about. I don't know how it goes or how it even works with somebody else gaining the dominant of Earth. Like, how does that even work? And is it passed down? Anyway, I think we are due a save. Okay, let's go and see what's going off.
Welcome home, Sid.
Give me 50 good boards, 8 spare.
See what the word is. Some updates to do. We've got some new letters. Update the law room, the map room, I guess. Maybe a new hunt, unless that's just updating because we killed the adamantoise thing.
You're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
No surprises there. Clive, you're back. I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more. Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto, any word on the Royalist movements since I've been away? Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian. Thank you. I will.
I'll have a word with everybody, pretty much. Hey, Nectar. Anything new on here, buddy? Ooh, quite a few. Soul Stingers. Great, a bunch of bees. Kitty cat. One of those guys. And a mystery. Okay, we'll get to those shortly. Do we think there's anything... I didn't actually look, but is there anything like above A rank? Or is A the highest? Is there like S rank? I didn't actually look at what the ranks were. So that's a C, that's a C. Oh yeah, there is, S. Oof, that should be a fun one then. Breaker of Worlds. Okay, well, we'll read into them in a bit, once we go find them. I don't know if I have anything new from this.
How may I help you today, Clive?
I swear every time I get here now, it's...
Is everything we've received?
The rewards have
everything
moved
promised?
or disappeared. So I don't know if they like last a certain time or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just misunderstanding. 410, so we're 20 off. 410. So as soon as we hit 410, I'm coming back. before they start disappearing on me again.
Come again. I may have more for you.
I think she had something to say
Welcome
about
to the Patron's
Hugo.
Whisper. Kuka.
I thought that bastard's death would change things.
But when I close my eyes,
I can still hear Jorah's voice as he whispers for us to run, as he calls out for the soldiers to distract them. His words saved us, and I'll never forget that. It's just like he said, words are immortal. And his live on in me. They changed my life, and I've wanted to thank him ever since.
only I don't know how.
I don't know the right words
I wish you were here.
to teach them to me.
Off you go then.
It's good to have you back. I was worried.
Not bad for a boy from the Imperial barracks, eh?
If you're desperate to know more about Waloed, Vivian's your girl. But if I were you, I'd be heading straight to my bed.
Yeah, you and me both. I mean, we could speak to Vivian, I guess. I'm sure we're going to get some side quests to go here, there, and everywhere. Sure, then we can go do some hunts, maybe? Or notorious marks, whatever.
The conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident Physica suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waloeders.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the Orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waloeders must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map? The Kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waloeder standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the Royalist betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, Not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Here for another of my lectures?
Kupka and the Fang were the bedrock upon which the Republic stood. Now that both have crumbled, Dhalmakia's descent into chaos is all but assured.
So what of its parliament?
You ask. Will the ministers not take it upon themselves to pick up the pieces of their crumbling nation? I doubt it. They have little love for their people, only their own preservation.
Which leaves but one man.
Standing between Dhalmakia and disaster. Former Field Marshal Eugene Havel. If any is to pick up the baton of command, it shall surely be he. But as the bitter tides of ire and avarice rise around him, how long will he be able to keep his head above water, I wonder?
What is it that you wish to learn? Very
Nothing,
good.
just updating you. Okay. Well, let's go and see what's going on in the shops, and we've got some letters to read. Update the VR thingy. I guess Tomes as well. I need to go speak to him anyway. Get to that shortly. Okay. Should we go read our letters first? Get that out of the way.
If the state of our coffers is anything to go by.
A Desert Alliance. Sid II. I trust you will forgive me for putting you and your dear uncle to the test. I am confident that a man of your position can understand the importance of earning one's trust, especially in times like these. For what it is worth, you now have earned mine, and I can assure you it is not so easily relinquished. May this be the start of a fruitful relationship. Ruzaga. Okay, so just the blacksmith, Karen, and Tomes.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
Also, what can you make me?
Clive?
Ask about Hugo.
To a bloody riddance.
If there was ever a man who deserved a rusty knife to the gut, it was that prick. Not that I'd let you carry around a rusty knife. His death won't bring back the people we lost, but it'll ease a few hearts.
Mine included.
Thank you.
So, what'll it be?
Enhancer? A new weapon? Uses Earth and Fury. I mean, we already got the Earth Shard, didn't we? So it's not like we got a new shard from a Primal, because we got it when we beat him as himself, I guess. But we get the Enhancer now with the Earth and Fury, which I guess is better. Enhancer. Though a savvy merchant would have you believe that through arcane magics imbued into the sword, at a high cost of the supplier, its buildable experience enhanced strength and dexterity. In truth, it is the reduced weight and increased hardness afforded by the weapon's narrow blade of folded steel that ultimately provides the illusion of these enhancements. I mean, I don't see a reason not to make it. I don't think. Drakeslayer bracelet. Oh yeah, we've got the gelatinous mask now, so we can make that as well. Drakeslayer's bracelets. Only when she saw the Drake no longer stirred, and his eyes were grey with oblivion, did she remove the belt and bracelet, casting them into the worm's maw, where they might rest for an eternity. Legend of the Drake.
Should last you a good while.
Better do. Did we ever read this one? Drakeslayer belt. And with a cry that echoed through the skies, she thrust her sword down into the almighty Drake's neck. Yeah, we did read that one. Was there not a sword version of it? I guess not, right? Okay, let's make the enhancer.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Can we reinforge anything? Can reinforce the enhancer? Wait, I'm not on reinforce. There we go. Let's try that again. Okay. Do it.
My best work, but it'll do.
And that is it.
Anything else?
Beautiful. It's very katana almost like. At least at the blade part of it.
Welcome home, Clive. I was hoping you'd be back soon.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though.
Would I ever?
Well, don't just stand there gawping. It's a relief.
Feels like we can breathe again. No more living in fear.
Thank you, Clive.
I know I don't say it often, but I mean it. Oh, and best of luck too. For many here, every other worldly woe paled in comparison to the threat of Hugo Kupka. Now he's gone, we'll finally have time to devote to our everyday gripes and grumbles. And as the captain of this little ship, I'm sure you'll be on the receiving end of more than a few. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of other people that could quite happily deal us harm.
Going purse weighing you down?
Do you have anything of interest? I can't imagine you're going to. I mean, I never really have a look at these things. I could buy something, increases XP, but increases ability points earned in normal. I'm not really bothered, because that's not like we're struggling and we need more levels or anything. I don't know how many heals we used, because I guess we were in Ifrit form for the most part. So yeah, we're still full. We probably have a few things to sell though, right? Where are they listed? Guildbook.
I reckon I can find a buyer. I'll be thankful you got that much. You got out else?
That's it, I think. Hey, puppy. Well, let's go update tomes, shall we?
Ah, Clive. Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
How good it is to see you, Clive.
Ask about Hugo.
I have said it many times.
Hugo Kupka was a murderer, but he was also a thief. A thief who robbed us of our happiness, of our hope. And though I know it is wrong to revel in the death of another, we can take solace in the fact that he will never steal anything from us again.
His story is ended.
Thank you, Clive. About Teton Crow.
Were you aware
that in many cities bearers are forbidden from having children? It is believed that the ether used to bring a child into the world hastens the crystal's curse, lessening the mother's productivity. Such is the world we live in. Fortunately, Teton Crow's parents were able to escape the world, if only for a few brief summers.
But what of the twins themselves?
Born in the hideaway, one touched by magic, the other spared its burden. Their minds are blissfully untainted by the poisonous rhetoric of priests and politicians. They will grow up knowing there is no difference between man and bearer, and they will pass that truth on to their children, until the world we live in is now but a footnote in the annals of history.
Yes, change will come.
And through a magic which requires no crystal to conjure, one that will endure long after the last mother crystal has fallen.
I have a few new notes that might interest you. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it. Did you learn everything you needed?
God no, I've not even started reading any of that stuff. Right, with that then, I guess we could go and do some hunts, but should I keep going with the quests to see if we unlock some side stuff so we can two birds, one stone this stuff?
It's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tong down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old salt's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Where is his grave? Exactly. Let's go talk to Mid then. See what she's been up to.
I think Mid might need some.
If I don't come up with something soon. All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to. The engine plating's basically just a very efficient conductor. Create a thermal gradient across it and the heat radiates outwards, which... You know what, just show the plans to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I hope so. I should really stop talking to you because you give me far too much to do. And what game did they first call the airship the Enterprise? So I know it's in 14. What other games was the airship ever named the Enterprise, I wonder? We've already had the Invincible, right? Forget when that was mentioned. So I know that was an airship in 9, at the very least.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Thermal plating designs. Instructions on how to go about building oneself a full set of thermal plating to dissipate heat from around a mithril engine, should one find themselves in need of such a thing.
Krieger's Tates. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy, though. And I'll need help. Get Gavinotto in here, will you?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, hasn't she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, we can get this over with.
Letting off steam. 1.
Up to you who you take to the desert. I mean, Gav's good in a fight, but you don't have my winning personality.
Ah, don't listen to him. You'll be in the lowest of low company with either of us.
You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
I mean, I don't know how this differs, but I guess we would take Gav. Because it's going to be dangerous out there, right? Surely.
Gav, you're with me.
All right, then. So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Alamil. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Blackthorn's supplier. Take care.
You two, eh? Don't go letting him fleece ya.
Fleece me? I'd like to see him try.
In your own time.
Well, looks like we're heading back to the desert then. And if that's the case, I guess we should maybe look at the mark board and see what's out there for us to go find, if any. We've already done one. Maybe they're in other places, but we have a few to do. Come on, Nectar, show me the good stuff. The 9 of Knives.
My blade yet hungers, and so do I. Come, let us feast on your flesh.
Your feasting days are over.
The 9 of Knives. Dalmatian traders, I want to say a prayer for one weary travellers journeying from Delamil to Drake's Fen. For there lurks a bloodthirsty brigand, one who appears to be more interested in letting the blood of his quarry than he is in any gil or goods he might plunder from their caravans. If the road is to be made safe again, then at least one traveller passing through the place must not flee, but stand and fight.
There's a good boy.
Ow. Oof, he's doing some damage, huh? Damn it! Oh, this guy hurts. Fuck! What rank was this guy again? I've already forgotten. He's got like A or B at the least. You bitch. Did he move out of that again?
Guess we're all ready.
I'm trying to block some of this shit, aren't I? Just knowing when to do it, I guess. Ow. Jesus. Oh wow, that just instantly killed me, huh? I mean, I wasn't on full health, I guess.
Those who kill for sport deserve no better.
Class dismissed.
Clive!
Ask about Hugo.
It was luck, and luck alone.
They saw me safely out of the hideaway that night. So many others didn't make it. I see them, you know, in my dreams sometimes. Always tell them I'm sorry that I wasn't able to save them.
Now,
I can tell them something different, that Kupka's dead, that you avenged them. And I know that they'll not say it back to me, so let me say it for them.
Thank you, Clive. Quick look.
Got some side quests, or at least 2. One in Dalmacia and one in... Where is this? Early Empire.
Seen
Okay.
enough?
Gone, just like that. And without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss. Please, will you see if you can find him?
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. Then that's where I'll start.
Is that now going to take me back to where I just was? Yeah, pretty much. Fantastic. Should have grabbed that first. Come on, Trouble, where are you?
Good girl. Run like the wind.
Let's go see what's going on. We never really got to explore this area, did we? Because we kind of just bypassed it through cinematic. It's not a big area, but we haven't been down here yet either, I guess, which we can now do. There he is.
Thanks, girl. Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? Certainly not a baker. Master must have ruled the day he took me in. Time was the sight of the Fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
I take it you missed the Mother Crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin, but I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. Oh, I loved her, damn it. But now she's gone. She's never coming back. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
It's always throwing me off when we get multiple options here. What advice will you offer? Express yourself, remember the good times, focus on your work. What should we pick? Express yourself.
Perhaps you could express yourself in your work. If you miss the Fang, maybe you could recapture it somehow.
Recapture it? I'm a baker, not a... You know, you might just be right. What a fool I've been! I have to get back to the bakery right away. Thank you! Thank you, my friend! You've opened my eyes!
Wait.
Well, mission accomplished.
Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
Why don't you make a bun or a roll that looks like whatever that thing looked like? Anyway, that's that done then. Go hand that in, I suppose. I'm trying to remember where the other quests or the other hunts were. Where did we fight the Adamantoise? Was that up here? Was that here? I think it was up here, but I don't remember. But we've got a few more out here to find somewhere. There could be some down here, maybe? Depends how many of these places we can go to. It looks kind of open from here. I mean, these quests might lead us that way anyway. Let's return to town for now then.
Ah, there you are. The man who lit a fire under my wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm. A truly unique creation.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of the Fang herself. Her steepled peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without her crater? Why, no Fang at all. And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have found my purpose. I must use my work here to preserve the memory of the Fang.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're onto something. Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new delicacy on my hands. I don't know how you did it, but you have my thanks.
Well, that was easy. Okay. With that done then, I guess that leaves only any potential hunts that are down here. Though I guess we could go and explore some of these other areas. I guess we may as well go do this. This is probably going to lead us in a direction of some of these new areas, if I had to guess. There seems to be quite a lot to go look at first. I don't actually remember where the other hunts were exactly. I've already forgot what they were called. So let's head for the main quest for now.
Quite sought after.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav? Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of the stuff lying about just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
Let's go take a look then. Assuming it's down here, is it? Run, lizards, run! I don't jump, grab.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
Two of 5. Just gotta get closer to it, I guess. There's some. Or where's our last piece? Maybe further up? Oh, no, there it is.
That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
Stardust. Legend has it that a star once fell from the heavens and punctured a hole in the Dalmacian desert, whence sprang forth the fountainhead of the river Velcroy.
Oh, you win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat? Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Right. Ready to go home, boy? Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs. Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You know, it beats sneaking around on your Todd all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Right, back to Mid then, I guess. Oh yeah, we probably have enough for those rewards. They seem to keep vanishing. Or maybe I'm misunderstanding something or misremembering, who knows. Let's go see what we get, because there was something for 410? 420. No, 410, right?
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
What we got?
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
A token. Many claim they wish to change the world. Few actually take it upon themselves to do so. You are inspiration to us all. A nameless patron.
All yours.
Next one is 550.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn's started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all details.
What's her name? Right.
I'll have a word with what's her name then.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.